Hello Indie fan, it's that time of year once again where we have a bunch of demos to try, where Steam has tweaked this event such that there should only be 2 per year and limited developers to being able to participate in only one of these, which means that these games are likely to release somewhere between now and October. So let's begin with Slave Zero, a side-scrolling action platformer that looks absolutely sick, where a protagonist slashes their way through enemy forces with inspiration from games like Devil May Cry, Strider and Guilty Gear, where the pixel art, character designs and action looks awesome, so see how it plays. This one might be a little bit of a deep cut, but true indie game fans will be familiar with Cook Serve Delicious, the series that goes back to 2013 and is releasing the 4th title in the series named Cook Serve Forever. While it looks pleasant with the mouth-wateringly delicious food, the game can get pretty intense, especially on PC, since the various ingredients are assigned to your keyboard, so you will end up hammering away at your keyboard like in a typing game, being secretly hardcore and is of interest.
Are you ready to get cooking?
This video is brought to you by Affogato, a beautiful looking game that mixes genres where you play as a sorceress running her own cafe. Not only does she have to manage running the cafe and paying off debts, but she will also get to know customers that frequent the establishment, eventually helping them overcome their greatest fears by going into their minds to help. As such, you can think of this as Persona meets Coffee Talk, where the reverse tower defense parts of the action looks fun and strategic. You have a limited amount of time in the day, which you need to allocate to certain activities, but the coffee making simulation parts of the game is pretty in-depth as well, as you try to figure out your customers' favorite drinks, all with a gorgeous art style. So if you are curious, do check out the demo, which is part of the Steam Next Festival, link in the description below, and drop them a wishlist as well. A game which I just mentioned recently that missed my upcoming action platformers video is Nocturnal, where it was just announced a couple of weeks ago, where we have an extended gameplay trailer to look at here. I find the pacing of this to be a little off since they start off with a lot of platforming, but where I think it gets interesting is the combat, where our hero has the ability to use fire to literally fight back the darkness. The fire animations and lighting effects look great, where the developers do stop short of calling it a Metroidvania, but it is of interest nonetheless. Perhaps the cozy game of the moment is Mika and the Witch's Mountain for good reason, since it is one of the most gorgeous looking games where you play as the titular witch who has to deliver packages to the townspeople living on a small island. It does of course have a similar premise to the Studio Ghibli classic, Kiki's Delivery Service, but if the developers can manage to make the reverse fetch quest interesting, then they would have made something of note. It does look pretty wholesome and cozy, and it's about helping people and getting them their stuff with some beautiful art and looks extremely relaxing.
Shuffle, relax.
I have to give a special mention to this tactical RPG since it is one of those long in development titles, having been kickstarted ages ago and is still in development, but progress has been made with this new trailer, and they did even sign with a publisher, so fingers crossed Arcadian Atlas releases later this year.
give you war.
Of course, from the visuals and animations, this will draw comparisons to Final Fantasy Tactics, a legendary game in this space, which all games will be compared to, but this looks to carry on that legacy quite nicely. There are multiple character classes to choose from, strategic, tactical combat, where you have to account for things like positioning and elevation, as well as an epic narrative, so I hope this is good after all that time in development. I love my
farm simulation RPG
titles, so one of interest is Pixelshire, which is, unsurprisingly, a pixel art title where you're living and exploring the continent of Arcadia. There are classic fantasy elements like goblins and skeletons, in addition to the expected farming, fishing, animal taming, woodcutting and relationship systems, where I don't see anything too innovative or unique in this title, but it looks adorable and is well made, making it one of interest. I happened to pick a number of long in development titles for this video, one of which is Radio the Universe, a top-down action-adventure game that was kickstarted in 2012, so it has been more than 10 years, but we can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. It is set in quite a grimdark world where you play as an immortal wanderer travelling through the world, which does seem to be in some sort of post-apocalypse. The combat looks good and impressions so far have been positive, so check it out for yourself and let me know what you think. Okay, another personal favourite of mine is Mineko's Night Market, an adorable looking live sim title where you play as a little kid exploring an island inspired by Japanese culture as you rescue and take care of cats and search for the deity known as the Sun Cat Abe. From the title, the night market is an essential part of the experience. We are able to play games, craft, barter and trade items, as well as explore the island. As such, it's a different kind of cozy game, not so much focused on farming, but more of living in the moment, where it has been delayed from one year to the next, so hopefully the inclusion in this Steam Next Festival means that it will release sooner rather than later. And of course, one of the most beautiful in-development Metroidvanias that I have my eye on has to be checked out, where it really has some stunning hand-drawn art, great looking combat and gorgeous use of lighting. Not too many details are available regarding the story, just that it involves exploring the world and fighting the corrupted, where the boss fights should be a highlight, but the best part is that after Image releases in April, you can watch this video for more upcoming Metroidvanias.